I need to tell you something that nobody warned me about. Nobody told me that the hardest part of being cheated on is not the moment you find out. The hardest part is every single moment after. It is waking up at 3 in the morning with your heart pounding, not because of a nightmare, but because reality is worse than any nightmare you could have. It is driving past a restaurant and remembering who you went there with and what they ordered and how they looked at you across the table and how none of it was real. It is the way your brain turns into a detective, replaying every conversation, every evening, every moment you trusted someone, and finding the lie buried inside each one. This is my story. And if you have been through something like this, I want you to know. You are not alone. And you are not crazy. And none of it was your fault. His name was Daniel. We had been together for 4 years. We met at a work conference in Chicago when I was 27. He was the kind of man who remembered things. He remembered how I took my coffee, he remembered the name of my childhood dog, he remembered the date of my first ever job interview and texted me good luck without being reminded. I thought I had found someone rare. Someone who actually paid attention. Someone who cared. We moved in together after 2 years. Got a dog together. Started talking about the future the way people do when they believe in it. We were not perfect. We argued about money sometimes. We went through a period where we felt like roommates more than partners. But I thought that was normal. I thought every relationship had seasons like that. I thought we were just in a winter and spring was coming. The first sign I missed was the phone. He started taking it everywhere. Into the bathroom. Into the garage when he went to check the mail. He slept with it face down on the nightstand, which he had never done before. I noticed. But I told myself I was being paranoid. I told myself I had trust issues from an old relationship and I was projecting. I told myself Daniel was not that kind of man. The second sign I missed was the gym. He started going every evening. Which was new. He had never been particularly interested in fitness before. I thought it was great. I thought he was taking care of himself. I was proud of him. I told my friends my boyfriend was finally getting into shape. I had no idea he was getting into shape for someone else. The third sign I missed was the emotional distance. He stopped asking how my day was. He stopped reaching for my hand in the car. He stopped initiating anything, and when I initiated, there was something absent in his response. Like he was going through the motions. Like part of him was already somewhere else. I brought it up once. I told him I felt like he was pulling away. He told me I was being insecure. He told me I was too sensitive. He told me I needed to work on my anxiety. And I believed him. Because when someone you love tells you the problem is you, and you already doubt yourself, it is very easy to accept it. The night I found out, I was not looking. I want to make that very clear. I was not snooping. I was not suspicious in that moment. His phone lit up on the coffee table while he was in the shower. I glanced at it because I thought it might be his mother, who had been unwell. It was not his mother. It was a name I did not recognize. And the preview of the message was enough. I sat on that couch for 40 minutes without moving. I heard him get out of the shower. I heard him moving around in the bedroom. I heard him come into the living room. And when he saw my face, he knew. He did not even try to deny it at first. He just stood there. And the look on his face was not guilt. It was relief. Like he had been waiting for this moment. Like he had wanted to be caught. He told me it had been going on for 8 months. 8 months. He told me it started as nothing, just talking, just venting to a coworker about stress at work. And then it became something. He told me he had not meant for it to happen. He told me he still loved me. He told me he was confused. He used the word confused 4 times in 10 minutes and I remember thinking, you are not confused. Confused is not 8 months. Confused is not secret hotel rooms. Confused is not looking me in the eye every single day for 8 months and saying nothing. I asked him if he loved her. He said he did not know. I asked him if he was going to leave. He said he did not know that either. And in that moment, something shifted in me. Because I realized I was sitting in my own living room, in the apartment I paid half the rent for, asking a man who had just told me he had been lying to my face for 8 months whether he was going to choose me. And I thought, why am I asking him anything? Why am I waiting for him to decide? Why is his answer the one that matters here? I told him to get out. Not dramatically. Not with screaming or throwing things. I just said, quietly, I need you to leave tonight. And something in my voice must have told him I was serious, because he left. The weeks that followed were the strangest of my life. There were days I felt nothing. Total numbness, like someone had turned off the emotional fuse box. There were days I felt everything at once, grief and rage and humiliation all layered on top of each other until I could not breathe. There were days I missed him. And that was the most confusing part. Missing someone who had hurt you like that. Feeling the absence of the person who caused the wound. Nobody prepares you for that part. Nobody tells you that you can hate someone and miss them at the same time. I want to tell you what actually helped. Because I tried a lot of things that did not. Stalking his social media did not help. Replaying every conversation looking for clues did not help. Asking mutual friends what they knew did not help. What helped was this. I stopped trying to understand why he did it. Because there is no answer to that question that would give me what I actually needed. There is no explanation that would make it okay. So I stopped looking for one. What helped was feeling everything instead of fighting it. Grief is not something you can think your way out of. You have to feel your way through it. You have to let the waves come and crash and recede and trust that eventually they get smaller. What helped was remembering who I was before him. Because somewhere in those 4 years I had made the mistake of building my identity around us. And when the us collapsed, I had to go back and find the I. The woman who existed before he came along. The one with her own opinions and her own friendships and her own idea of what a good life looked like. It has been 2 years since that night on the couch. I am not the same woman I was. Not better, not worse. Different. Harder in some ways. Softer in others. I am better at recognizing the signs now, not because I walk around suspicious of everyone, but because I trust my gut in a way I never did before. That quiet voice that said something is wrong, I listen to it now. And Daniel? He is still with her, as far as I know. And I genuinely hope they are happy. Not because I have forgiven everything. But because anger is heavy and I am tired of carrying things that are not mine to carry anymore. If you are in the middle of this right now, I want to tell you something. The version of you that exists on the other side of this is going to be someone you are really proud of. Not because the pain made you stronger, though it will. But because you are going to choose yourself. Maybe for the first time. And that changes everything.